with the colors and the...
I try to think of so many different ways that I could talk about introducing this guy. The fact that I knew him throughout the 90s when he submitted writing to me under a pen name, and I'm looking at the cover, the intro thing that lists like all these sample covers that he's appeared on just in my one magazine. Or the fact that he has started so much here. He took over, he was host of the cafe. If there's any reason that this place should be rocking right now, is because of this man. Phenomenal.
Charlie Newman is an urban shaman. Because it would bug him.
We would even, but I'm not even going to give it any more introduction because he doesn't need any more introduction. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Charlie Newman!
Charlie Newman is a vagabond gypsy with a gun.
No introduction for you.
He has a dog. That's fitting. A dog. You know, my features are always like old stuff and new stuff and themes and all of that fucking. I'm just doing stuff that I wrote this year. Decided nothing old this year. If anyone wants to buy, I actually have a few of these. Stephen Schrader and I collaborated. Wittgenstein Uncle Buber, 33 varieties of what?
Winehouse and Bieber? What?
Winehouse and Bieber. I would read a story about Amy Winehouse's death, and I read it online, mistake number 1. Mistake number 2, I read the comments. And some fucking moron writes, and so another one dies young, oh, when are we going to learn she died for our sins?
What?
God, yeah, could you be more fucking dramatic, you stupid asshole? Hey, with that in mind, I'm happy. This is Shivas.
Oh.
My sense.
Okay. I'm going to try and make this not long. Rough sod dreams bray like Pan's mule on another Fata Morgana march everybody can live with. Manic and thin, prayer threadbare, every qualm in its cage like a well-used rabbit pulled out of an otherwise useless top hat for all to see. A ballet dance on my last nerve, and I have had it up to here. Eerie consequences scream, skeleton raw words, and muzzled me. Fascist truth gives way to the winds of hunger, and forever foggy, overexposed filth, evaporating an uninvited whispering consciousness on the silent edge of a 4 a.m. gin. Kiss my big fucking ass. Read all about it in the New York Times and hang in and let it go and go ran heartless before you become my imaginary misery, whose complex feign nothing, reality, dream yawn says it all. Every salvation proves dirty. Everybody who bows to nobody becomes ambiguous, shredded, echo-squinting dogs, timing detours, unintentionally grabbing dark flannel bullets to remove the yawn, but that never seems to work out as planned, and everyone becomes, etc. Illumination, contemplation, suicide may just be my YouTube forget-me-not moment, forged in defeat from blooming excuses, unraveling my lost future past. I pale, I bleed, I watch you bleed, leaving a trail of starving, self-referential television peeping Tom insinuations that eventualize by golden go-go choir boy thick slug discombobulations. I am happy, really, I am, soon enough. Everlasting comfort is a small price to pay, and excuses drown appearances. Your friends will never know. Gold lonely morning of death ignores sleeping till dreams and shaky-led mumbling lies suicide off the cuff. No God screams, lovers sigh after killing us and dream of touching little bloodstains in inspiring alliteration. I think that's deeply meaningful. They stash each and every in bits. Modern times, Plyushkins heating hours about, out of sight, in covert control of all this expensive slug bait. Nothing makes their thin lips move less than the suffocating sheer boredom of having not. The case, Buddha says, of a naked lunch being better than no lunch at all, with every unsheathed interruption making even the simple impossible, with fluxes of lunacy, with lexicographic seduction no further than one never-ending conveyor belt away, while other illusions seem like immense circles of irrational negativity. They've got this, they've got that, and they've got all the other visions of grandeur they need, all the negativity their positivity can hold between its knees. A case Buddha says of no lunch at all being better than a naked lunch. God talks to us in graffiti on bullet hole walls, expects us to rethink the words of the law, raise our fists, weep and pray, and remember his words without knowing who translated them. Maybe this is a once-in-a-lifetime chance, maybe not. On the radio, wise men talk in sophisticated circles of deceit for a fee, for a cause, for a beaten generation with unsheathed pessimism, making the cheapest slug bait, expensive steak tartare, exquisitely too tough for narrow jaws to chew. A case Buddha says of there being no free lunch at all. Less suffocation, more boredom, no more or less treacherous than stashing each and every in dry bits for rainy days, heaving the foe about out of sight, increasing control. Middle of somewhere will do, or not. Bloodstains clutter the sky, ignore sweeping all alliteration, killing until all creation refuses the sticky kisses we spent at dusk. And shaky, buzz-pill dreams left amongst tattered, biled sheets and moldy umbilical cords, rumpled, Teflon-coated, choke out in spite of evaporating sunlight, pretend God screams if it helps you feel better. U.S. drag. Junkies sit around you like old men ready to check out or in. Who knows? You withdraw to the cosmos, the core, the beginning, the very whim of God. A malignant time of lunatic receivables better suited to cribblers and existential failures. Your junkie gun can't save you now. Document the codes, code the documents. An ambush is an ambush, a marginal time where everything happens just beyond the horizon. Existential fraud may save the day, but it won't save you. Documented codes, coded documents, ambushed ambushes, recorded for posterity, not yours, of course. U.S. drag junkies sit around you like old men ready to check in or out. Who knows? You withdraw your existential fallacies, looking for an exit that is still unlocked and recorded in the book of deeds. Not yours, of course. Old men check out or in, no one knows, but facts are stupid things anyway. Existential flops that close on opening night. Better not to be a hero. Documents, codes, ambushes, a malaprop time of verbal disintegration, an existential fruitlessness of documented cold documentaries, ambient ambushes recorded like yesterday's number one with a bullet. U.S. drag. Junkies sit around you like old men ready to check out or in. Who knows? You withdraw to the cosmos, the core, the beginning, the very whim of God. A magnificent time of dancing in the dark with Fred and Ginger in existentially exquisite shark tooth fantasies. That was not the Villanelle. Neither is this. This is the world's longest haiku. Ecstatic kisses commit until the noise points you to me. Others trudge out, faint, never-ending alibis, applaud themselves with prayer and wonder if. Suicide admits artlessness, hallucination, crucifix and truth under broken down meat trucks and presses God, salvation and sanity turn allegations of every man incomprehensions into tragedy no intelligent audience can ever connect their dots to. The suffering of unrehearsed job stand-ins justifies nothing but the illusion. This actually is to somebody. Eat, bleed, scratch till someone offers you a doghouse, or a vitamin bottle for your lizard brain, or Lysol champagne for a dark Parisian celebration. Only you have a suicide plan worth pilfering. Or is it an instruction book teaching the uninitiated how to be slain? Eat, bleed, scratch like a Lysol champagne grape stomper, till someone offers you a doghouse or someone else teaches you how to become one of the slain. It is impossible to achieve the aim without suffering. Little hints leave much to the imagination, only if you don't have a suicide pact worth photocopying or an instruction book that teaches poor unintentional how to be slain. Now run out like a fraudulent Jesus on the make, only if you are part of a suicide pact worth the price or have an instruction book that teaches the subtle how to stand out in a crowd, not out from a crowd. The absurd is the new sincerity. Hazards, toxic words, detoured walls of evaporating dreams, contact lenses, dime store pictures, stale cigarettes. Underneath each and every is another way home, momentarily whimpering your scabs for all to see. Only if you've committed a suicide worth parodying or lived a life that teaches the uninitiated how to end it all, not by word, by deed. Lots of people should be dead. They're not. Glenn Beck is one. Yesterday on his radio show, Glenn Beck said that the camp in Norway where the kids were killed was like one of those Nazi youth camps. He's a really slow guy. I like him.
And the guy, the shooter, did the right thing.
Sort of by extension. Presidents come and go like locusts, except every 4 years instead of 17, even people like them. Then they're relegated to history books, Sunday morning TV, and Reader's Digest. Sometimes, not often. I think I'm important, like a president. Of course, it doesn't last 4 years, more like 4 minutes. Not that anyone's timing it. And if they are, I'd like to know how. And I'd like them to tell me why, cocksuckers. Yourself almost became beautiful, young, wanted, but our past, my presence, your want to know someone undeniably in the calm, eternally sensuous, left us no Shakespeare to replace our outrageous with inhales or exhales or future histories, dangerous, thens and nows, us. To start anew with you, to die for sleep, to dream untrue undeniably in the calm, until early morning and it is still dark. Rage is replaced and so forth. Church in your eyes where I belong. Ephemerally sensuous in spite of our Hiroshima. Heaven is absent here. And for the time being or forever, no matter. It is so luscious I care about no thing but the sweaty bump of bodies, all at once annihilating everything except the taste. Layer after layer after layer of your back. Layer after layer after layer of my lips, undeniably out of calm, eternally head over heels against ourselves, lusciously gutter dead, private nights hung up, eternally sensuous in the past lane, hustling whatever gets the job done, and it is not from God. More like the Borgias. Slipping up in the old style with pleasure, falling off a log easy, yourself plays it like a who knows who. Me, I know the score. I split. Is enough. Praising me, spamming to scream, somebody wants, until I am the scenic route paved with good intentions, reverting to closed, detoured by sequestered dreams of mysterious evaporation, castings too big a bitterness to forage, holding on to history's dizzying second-guessing before turning acid-mindedly to forget or re-dismember in blood locusts imitate, keeping up with elegant fantasies, but lately I see them discarding bits of spider myth, in sadistic corruptions that shadow me threadbare, keeping up with the downward spiral is killing me. Okay, just so you know, there's a word on the last line here, but I can't even get close to pronouncing it right, so we're just going to do what we can. More red dolls tremble in the heart of highway meat and toxic meltdowns, dressed in tattered retreat. Each out exits from this night-spoken reality, this entrepreneurial dark flannel suit prison yard, rickety rack hide-and-seek, whispering of fear, fascism, and final days coming back again. Old imaginations leave a trail of lifelines with nowhere to go except on their knees with ambiguous shreds of fantastic chatter and injured dogs. Sad second glances, television catatonia, still hanging there between lonely and anytime unforgivable. Let go of the slipshod soul. Let go of the slipshod soul. I am invisible, just like you. Eels rattle my angels with humanations of America's descent, obsession of threadbare cheer, and shade scars your knees spook, brain numb writer bombs, stuck on instant replay, drug on mysterification. Everything is no thing, enough is a myth, and Zoophagus is a small price to pay. I know how you scream as if you show the void-head fog hats you're shopping with, only to reveal the reality television like mirror. No more rabbits escaping brooding holy hats, paravoid of the only lie you think may actually work. Remember, hemiastatobia is only half the answer. It's a hematognosia. It means it's a condition where your brain only sees half the things.
Oh.
It doesn't really work quite as good if you can't pronounce it. The door is too small and there's no escape from threadbare ideals backed by ragged deceits, followed by moth-wing regrets, leading to dead-end gutter rainbows. Nobody is close enough to trust or rue on this mannequin merry-go-round. I tell the air my sod dreams, my odd schemes, my God screams at dusk. I look, I find nothing. My eyes buzz me. Check Rag City orations appear without a head, weave in and out, detoured by pre-written privilege, golden things that sound like snarling dogs behind black gray curtains, exiting too late, and then somebody is killing you. Could be worse. Could be me. The trouble is, it isn't. She karaoke's the king as if she is Elvis herself, so it won't save her swiveling ass when mimic man son drops in to say goodbye. That may be my favorite poem of the year, actually. I wanted to use Elvis herself for so many years. It's the name of a lesbian Elvis impersonator, for real.
What is it?
Elvis herself. And she's great. On second thought, your words glow like a morning fog while you whisper of fear, spin through the day and toss scripture ruddy-colored with red dead prose. I think of all the words about how much life is get tough. Star-caged canaries speed through reality in 5 moons on their way to biker heaven. Before we can finish me and you, you got a junkyard anything we can't see in a convex mirror. Pack up the bag of sliders on the other side of your leap to the bottom, our bedbug life. Slow words, invisible moon, hide-and-seek trembles, melted tomato logic. This is a trail of lifelines I can live without. Don't know about you. You keep banging on doors, but I don't care. You keep muttering pimento words, scum words, snowball words, toxic words, unforgivable words I already know. So, maybe someone will get to the bottom of you like a slow dog. I don't care. I need to go back to work before I become the work. 2 to go. The Janowski warning. No exit sign out of this bad dream. No more self-referential rabbits with lost futures, evaporating reams of golden lovers on the escape. Instead, life staring out of camouflaged misery and threadbare salvation. Relax, pal. There's no escape from this either. Our moth wings thread out of second glances and futures to hum for bullets spinning against you. Somewhere the sound of breaking evaporati redundantly presses against what? Exit sign? With no action of trust, with the safety of barking dogs limiting suicide dream yawns, futures past is only one replay short. Shattered people say I'm still hurt away, pedestrianizing you. I woulda, I coulda, I shoulda, I don't. In year, out year, sweat, sweat, sweat. Where are you, wise ass, I say? Sharing lips and flesh doesn't mean we're touching. You fill my lap of luxury. Still, I lie awake most of frozen solid, forever not yielding. I say they threaten heaven before I go down faceless. It isn't easy being gentle. It's a job someone falls back on to get here. I will or whim. I want to help, I say. Maybe I lament living on the drunk. It's a learning experience, a way out, a word to the wise ass. Inflexible things I know too well, I don't bother not telling you until. I teach myself to ask, lie, mumble, age in, age out, bye, clouds of joy or little obsessions, things someone does say to themselves. I never heard of it, always seems too late. Gentle is too hard and leads to no thing, I whisper. Becoming invisible is breathtakingly easy.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't think that was loud enough. Get up one more time for Charlie Newman! Stop applauding, thank you. Well, that was awesome, Jill, and that was awesome hearing new stuff because we're so used to hearing the old stuff. And for those people who don't happen to have a copy of the book or didn't get it from the email out to the cafe list, this book has a lot of the classic poems that a lot of you guys know. The line, I am the whole fucking show, the word of God. There's a ton of pieces in here, as well as some really, really old ones. If anybody's interested, didn't get an email on the cafe list, I could get you the link for ordering a copy of this in many different forms. It is here, but I should also be talking about the phenomenal feature stuff we've got going for the next month. What a crazy, crazy month. Now, they were saying Billy Arrow, who is going to be at, featuring in a week, right, can't remember, in a week?
And, a week from Friday.
A week from
First
Friday.
Friday at St. Paul's.
First,
Billy Yarrow will be part of the Night of the Living Word Center show.
and just like, just like a few days away, it'll be the feature on August 2nd here. Yay. And for people that saw the show once, when Ashley, SC Walls was here, phenomenal. She's like, well, I don't really have anything. And then she had like 8-9 minutes of things memorized. And I'm like, this woman is phenomenal. She's going to be featuring here. Yes, even though his birthday's a little bit earlier, Dave Getchick is going to be featuring on August 16th.
Right.
That's awesome. And you mentioned it before, Bob Lawrence is on the 23rd. Yeah, Bob Lawrence on the 23rd. And currently, the last week in August has an open spot. So if there's anybody that has to have a feature this year, you can have it in the end of August if you'd like. Otherwise, we do mini poetry nights where everybody gets a 10-minute feature. And if you've never had one videotaped before, you could be coming in and have a mini feature videotape. So you'd be appearing on YouTube as well, which is really kind of cool. And I am getting hoarse talking about all the stuff that's going on here at the cafe. Since the power's now working for everything, if anybody has any questions, you can always go to chaoticarts.org/thecafe to find out anything about schedules or features or links on the YouTube clips. There's just all this crazy stuff. And what else? Oh, there's one more thing. Thank you so very much, every single one of you, for coming out. I look forward to seeing you guys next week and all the weeks that are coming up here. Thank you again.